Welcome everyone to IBD's Option of the Day. And with me today is Harold Morris, Market Smith Senior Product Coach and Options Expert. Harold, tell us what you're looking at today.
Well, good morning, everyone. And I'm going to be taking a look at a bull debit spread on DIA. DIA is the ETF for the Dow. And I've chosen that because the Dow, it is, of all the indexes, it's been holding up. So it held its lows last week and looks like it's finding some support at the 50-day moving average today.
Well, shall we take a look at the chart of the Dow, and what do you like about how the stock or the ETF has been trading, especially compared to some of the other indexes?
Yeah, well, all the other indexes, they're below their 50-day. So that 50-day moving average on the chart, that's the red line there. And then the Dow, especially, I was looking at each trading day last week, it held above its lows. This morning, it did pull back a little bit, but still held that 50-day moving average, and looks like it's up for today. So it's showing some signs of it's some leadership as far as the indexes are concerned.
And so why do you think the Dow has been doing better? Just that the number of big cap industrials that it has is making a difference, or what's your sense there?
Yeah. So you got a lot of industrial names. Also, like if you looked at another ETF, the XLI, which is the ETF for the industrial ETF for the S&P 500, it is also looking pretty good. So I've never traded that. Another reason why I chose the Dow is because I've been trading it successfully in the last couple of months. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm sticking with the Dow.
Okay, great.
In the form
So,
of DIA.
well, let's take a look at what the strikes are looking like, and as well as the premiums.
Okay. All right. So here we are in Thinkorswim. I've got the Dow ETF, which is DIA, and I'm going to go to the January expiration. So I'm 24 days out. So I'm going to click on that, and here are all the strikes. So if you're not familiar with Thinkorswim, the calls are on the left side here, puts on the right side. Let me scroll down a bit. This blue background, that's your in the money strikes. And then the black background, that is the out of the money strikes on the call side. On the put side is just the opposite. This is the in the money strikes for the out of the money strikes for the puts, and then the blue shaded area, that's the out of the money. Excuse me, I said that backwards. This is out of the money strikes for the puts, in the money for the call side. And then right where the colors change, that's what's called at the money. So at the money is typically where the stock or ETF is trading. And it's not going to be exact. So you see right where the stock or where the colors change here, right around the 333, where you can see that's where it's trading. So that's what's called at the money. So to construct a trade, a couple ways you can do it. You can go up here. Well, I'm going to just do it the way I like to do it. So I'm going to choose so I'm going to go one strike in the money, and I might go one or two strikes out of the money. And I'm going to see, since it's a debit spread, I'm going to be buying premium. So let's see what we've got here. So I'm going to start with the in the money. I'm going to go with the 331. You can see my mouse there. It has the word buy there. So I'm just going to click on that, and it puts it down below. Now I want to buy, so I'm buying the 331 strike, and I'm going to sell. Let's go with the 334. So if you watch my mouse, it now says sell there. So I'm going to hold my control key down and click and left click. And now here's the trade. So I'm buying the 331, selling the 334, and this trade's going to cost me $1.80 or $180. So I like to click on this this lock here. So this is gonna lock. Oh, you see it just changed. That's why. So a little cheaper. So this is dynamic. So these option trades, these option prices, they're dynamic. So they're updating constantly through the market session. So hey, I got a little bit of price improvement. We were first looking at $1.80, now we're $1.78. So I'm coming down here and I'm gonna click on confirm and send. And you see my break even. That's one of the things I look at first at 332.78. The ETF is trading at 333. So I like that type of setup here. And then here's my max profit, my max loss, and then I just click on send, and that will send the trade. And then I can see, okay, am I going to get filled in this trade here? Another thing you could do if you say, okay, you know what, yeah, I'm a lot more bullish on DIA than I want more. I just want to more get some more juice out of this trade here. So you can say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna buy a call rather than doing a call spread. So let's take a look at what will happen there. So I'm gonna just delete this trade and buy a call. If you're buying a call, you want to. I typically look at the deltas here. So delta, the classic definition of a delta is for every dollar move in the stock, the option will move by that amount. So in this case, if I'm looking at, here's the delta here, I'm looking at delta 70. So for every dollar move in this ETF, but the option will move 70 cents. That's basically how delta works. So I'm going to buy this looks like the 323 strike. Click on that, and then here's the setup. So we're buying it here in the same expiration, 323 strike. It's going to cost me $13.65, which is $1,365. I'm going to click on the lock here to lock it in, and then let's check out the numbers here. So I click on confirm and send, and here is my break even. So here's one of the reasons I don't particularly like buying calls, because this stock has to go up, and not that much, but it still has to go up. So I'm starting out as a little bit of a deficit here, and whereas with the put spread, that dip of put spread, my break even was below the price of the ETF. So, but I am. You see, my max profit is infinite. Remember, on the debit spread, it was capped. Whereas going on the call, buying a call, this is what's called a naked trade. Your profit is unlimited. Here's your stop loss. So depending on your level of risk, you might say, okay, I'm going to go with the just buying a call here. So you want to look at the delta 70 or higher. One of the mistakes that people make is they say, okay, you know what, I am bullish on this trade, and I'm going to buy a call, because calls typically, we are conditioned for the long side, whether you're buying a stock or buying an option. We typically like to go long, and they look at this prices here and they say, well, hey, I'm going to go down here. So let's take a look here. So I'm going to delete that, and I can look at this option. Maybe it's roughly around $5 here. So I click on that, and here, okay, so I'm buying what is that? The 336 strike, 336 call. It's going to cost me $505. Let me lock that. And then let's take a look at the numbers here. So this stock, or this ETF, has to go up to 341 before you break even. That's kind of a long ways away. So that's why a lot of people think, well, options, they don't work, because hey, they don't look at what strikes you're buying. They see the numbers here, and you could be right on direction, but it's got to get up to 341 before you even break even. The ETF is trading at 333. So you have to be careful on what strike you buy. And if you're going to buy calls and you're going to be naked, you want to just start at the delta 70 or higher on the call side.
So Harold, with the debit spread, would you where is your stop on the trade, or would you just let this run
Yeah,
and see where it goes?
I will let it run. I don't, because I already know what my risk is, so I know it's costing me. What was that? $1.78 we were looking at.
Mhm.
So I'm fine with that. If it doesn't work out, pat. My loss is what was that loss? I don't remember what the max loss was for. It was like 400 and change. So I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Harold. And we'll be
Thank you.
back tomorrow with another trade.
Sounds good.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching Investors Business Daily on YouTube. If you want to watch more videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.